Hey everybody, it's Chris. This is the first of a series that I hope will be promising and prosperous for all of us. I'm going to be doing what's known as the Blue Collar Gentleman series, which I'm going to be addressing gentlemanly issues such as men's health, men's style, and the first of which is this one, as I said. This is a this is going to be difficult to do because here's the deal. My man Chris in Indiana, better known, goes by the handle at Mr. V6. Hooked me up with the camera. Problem is, as of yet, we haven't figured out an editing program. So I'm using the Screenomatic free system, and Screenomatic, one day when I make lots of money, Screenomatic, I'm going to send you guys just a big old check of thanks. But for now, that's what I'm doing. I'm using Screenomatic, and so I'm going to have to lift things up and show them to you as I'm doing this. And this, as I stated, I don't think I did state just yet, is about celery juice. And celery juice, but today is the 30th of April. It's the last day of the month. I started drinking celery juice daily on April 25th. Plan on drinking it for 2 weeks. We're going to see whether the whether it does any good or not. It's supposed to help with a great number of things. It's regarded as sort of a panacea. Um, the things of which I have the most interest are, one, naturally weight loss. That's a big thing for me. And just as shameful promotion, I'm going to tell you to go check out my blog, Fat 50 and Running a Marathon. Watch the story or the course of me changing this into a runner's body. And that was something I decided to do after seeing my cardiologist after my heart attack. So anyway, I will be running a marathon at 50. This is one of those things, though, that is supposed to be helping with learning me how to get towards the process. And so I'm going to be showing you how to make celery juice. It's actually very, very, very simple. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing along the way because it's not always going to be visible, unfortunately. But let's just try and get this as best we can. Okay, first off, grab a stalk of celery like this. I picked this up here in Las Vegas for $1.99. So figure about $2 for your daily cost. All right, using my knife, I'm going to cut off this end right here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking that end. This is trash, or it's good for composting. If you've got composting or yard waste collection in your neck of the woods, super duper. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be chopping this up and putting it into small pieces, and then putting it into a mixer. In my case, I have a Ninja, and I'm fond of my Ninja. I like it a lot. I've not been paid by Ninja, so this is not a paid endorsement. I'm just saying it does a really good job of specifically pulverizing this vegetable material. Now, if you have a juicer, I've heard really, really good things about the Jack LaLanne juicer. It's a little expensive, but it does a really good job, as I understand it, of just pulverizing your vegetables, getting the juice out of them, and handing you a small cup of pulp. So I'm going to cut up a few small pieces this size, okay? I'm going to throw those in there. Actually, I'm going to get those out of there because I forgot to put my blade in. So first I'm going to put in my blade. Then I'm going to grab a handful of these. I'm going to cut that a few more times, just a few small slices like so, right across. I'm cutting this way across here, so that's what you're seeing. That's what you're getting. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the blender just long enough to turn it into tiny pieces. So some people that that you shouldn't you're going to pulverize the whole thing, so it really doesn't make any difference. And what's more, you're going to filter it. So put the leaves in, put it all in. I'm trying to get as much of the celery juice as possible. And now what I'm doing is I'm cutting up those pieces. I'm cutting up the stalk into those small pieces like I had before, throwing those in, trying to get it well arranged, as you can see. And I'm going to finish cutting those up. The other benefits that are known for, that I've heard for celery juice are complexion and inflammation. And I suffer from gout. I also suffer from zits, despite the fact that I'm 46 years old. And so I'm really anxious to see if after 2 weeks this is going to make any impression or not. This is not actually an endorsement, guys, of celery juice because, well, I don't know how well this is going to work. So we're going to do this for 2 weeks. I'm going to let you know whether I think it made any impression or not, and we'll go from there. So now what I'm going to do, I've got all my celery cut up. I'm going to grind this. So actually what I'm going to do now is pause this so you don't have to endure listening to and I'll be right back. And guys, no matter how good your blender is, eventually at some point you're probably going to end up with, let's do that. So in a situation like that, what you want to do is take your spatula, push that stuff down towards the bottom, okay? Push it down, push it down, push it down, and then I'm going to blend again. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so now I am in fact finished with my blending, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. What it looks like from the side. Bring this down, show you what it looks like on the inside. If you're wondering what kind of consistency you want, I'm going to say probably the consistency of say, baby food. Remember, the more you pulverize this, the more small you make the pieces, the greater the amount of liquid you're going to be able to get out of your celery. Another thing that does happen, sometimes happen with mine, and I forgot to mention, sometimes if you put your celery too far back, it is in fact going to freeze, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my blade out of there, do this to get the pulp off the blade, and I'm going to toss that in my rinse water. Okay, one thing I did not say before I started this video, and I should have, whenever working with food, always, always, always wash your hands first. And I did that before starting this video, but I probably should have started the video and washed my hands again. But anyway, it should go without saying, but please, if you don't, wash your hands before dealing with food. I'm begging you. Okay, so I'm going to be using this to put my celery juice in. Also, I'm going to be using my nut milk bag. And Nancy just ordered me some more of these the other day. It was $7.89 for a 3-pack. I've already gone through one. As I said, I started drinking the celery juice daily on the 25th. Prior to that, I was drinking it kind of sporadically. I would say that the last bag that I had, because this is the second out of the 3, last bag probably lasted about, say, somewhere between 10 and 15 uses. What happened was that the seams down here at the bottom came loose. So $7.89 for 3 of these. I'm going to try to be a little more delicate when I squeeze now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pour this into this. I'm going to see how well I can arrange for viewing. Let's just give this a shot to see how we do. Okay, so here's my nut milk bag in my large pitcher. I'm going to take my pulp and I'm going to just pour it right into my nut milk bag. What you're trying to do here specifically is keep all your pulp in your bag and out of your juice, because you don't want that pulpy stuff in your juice. And so now I'm going to take my spatula, I'm going to get the edges of my container, get all that good pulpy stuff, that last bit there. Spread open my nut milk bag again. Okay, that's proving to be a little more difficult, but that's all right. Okay, putting the last bit of the pulp into my bag. And there you see. All right, now I'm going to bring this, see what I can do here. Okay, as you can see, juice is already coming from the bag, and I haven't even applied any pressure to it. So the juice wants out of this bag. You don't have to work very hard. So what I normally do is I start at the top, and I just give it the slightest squeeze, just a little bit. At this point, all I'm trying to do is get those first bits of liquid that want to come out of the bag out of the bag. And I'm applying light pressure because I don't want to tear at those seams again. Okay, once I've got it down to sort of a mound, I'm going to twist this bad boy around a couple times. And now I'm going to suggest, if you've ever milked a cow, that's the technique you should use. Start up, work your way down. One of the problems with this is that because it is so cold, I can't squeeze for very long. My hand starts to hurt from the coldness of the celery. So every once and again, I got to take a break. As I said, I'm trying very hard to remember to take a look at those seams, make sure the seams are not being spread too far. Just going to continue to squeeze that juice out of there. Okay. What we have left over, I'll show you. It's my trash bag. What we're left with looks like, pick it up and stick it right in the camera. It looks like a Grinch turd, doesn't it? Honestly, it looks like a turd that the Grinch laid. So this is very good for compost, though, as I imagine it would have to be. So if you are lucky enough to live in a place where they do yard waste or composting, then by all means, throw it in there. Otherwise, that's garbage. And I'm going to quickly rinse out my mixer here, toss it in my wash water. This I'm going to just air out. I'm going to set it over a candle over here in the kitchen and just let it air out so that tomorrow it's ready to go. Gonna wipe down the counter really quick. Now we're going to see just how much celery juice we actually got out of that stalk of celery. And it is going to vary. I've had some that were overwhelming amounts. I've had some that barely seemed to make a cup. This didn't seem to be a whole lot, but we're going to see. Yeah, okay, this is at least 1 cup worth. Bring this up a little more like so. So yeah, we're looking at least 1 cup, and that's what you want to drink. Most of the health blogs that I've been reading about celery juice say the same thing, that you're going to want to do about a cup, at least a cup in the morning, and that's at least a cup. So I'm going to grab my lid for this, and screw that lid on tight once I get those threads lined up. Okay, so there it is. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret, guys. This, as bad as it looks, and I know it doesn't look appetizing, it doesn't taste bad. It really, really doesn't, guys. It's not great. I'm not going to go into Jamba Juice anytime soon and say, please hook me up with a celery juice smoothie. I just love it. I'm not going to suggest using celery juice instead of orange juice the next time you make a screwdriver. But it isn't bad, and what's more, you don't want to dilute it by putting any additives to it. So don't put any sweetener, don't ice it, don't do any of those things. Remember, we're trying to get it as pure as possible. I see I've got less than 1 minute left on my video, so I'm going to try and finish this out. Guys, I think this was a pretty successful initial video, and if you like this, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, let's see what we can do here. All right, cheers.